Let's talk about the new Game of Thrones episode. Hey guys, you're probably wondering why we're in a different background. It's because I can't use my bedroom at the moment because my dad is asleep in the bedroom next door and we've got very thin walls in this house. So this is not going to be the normal background obviously, but in case you were confused, that's why. Right, so I have my notes all that I made all through the show. I mean, it was an alright episode to start a season. Then again, anything's better than the last season because that last season was boring as. But starters, Arya Stark, what a freaking legend. I mean, for the first 5 minutes I said like, I swear you're dead, because I didn't watch, because Sky Atlantic, they do the story so far and type thing, and I didn't watch it. I was just like, yeah, I remember things, and I'm looking at this guy and I'm like, are you dead? You're supposed to be dead. Are you dead? And then I was questioning myself. I was like, surely he was. I saw him die. I'd remember if Filch died. And then obviously it ended up being Arya Stark, and it was just epic. I thought they were like rewinding to the Red Wedding. Like, I thought that was going to be some significance, but I sort of guess it was. But yes, so Filch was definitely dead. I was correct about that. And Arya Stark is legend, bit of a badass. I'm kind of annoyed though that we only saw her twice in the whole episode. That beginning bit, which was awesome, and then the soldier bit with Ed Sheeran. I know they only put it in so Ed Sheeran could be a part of Game of Thrones, but there was no point. I mean, I suppose it's sort of like a calm before the storm, but it's like there was no point in Ed Sheeran being in there. There was no point in the soldiers. I mean, I thought it was going to end up being like one of them tried to rape her or something, but no, nothing like that happened. They were just sat talking. It's like, right, okay, you're nice soldiers. Why are we having this scene? There was no point. We could have had more dragons. The White Walker bit, obviously, there's been talk about the White Walkers are actually the only reason people started to watch Game of Thrones. I didn't actually know about White Walkers before the seasons premiered, but yes, the White Walkers are pretty decent, but we keep hearing about them and we see them like a second season, and I'm really hoping that we see them more this season, because I mean, who doesn't love a good White Walker? But their epic entrance, and Sam keeps going on about them. It's like, okay, that's great, but are we actually going to see some proper White Walker action, or are we just going to see them walking slowly through this fog like they're from Pirates of the freaking Caribbean? And then there's Jon Snow, of course. Everyone happy he came back. I was happy he came back. He's being a bit of a douchebag though. Him and Sansa, their dynamic is, you can tell they're brother and sister. But it's sort of like when they were having the big meeting, Sansa was basically like, Jon Snow, do as you're told. Because Jon Snow is being an idiot. Sansa is correct. I totally agree with Sansa. But Jon Snow, being the nice bloke that he is, continues to give it to the bloody traitors. And then all the Sam scenes where he was cleaning up people's crap made me want to puke. I mean, I'm not usually that queasy, but just the thought and it was just the sounds and then the look of just brown liquid. My favourite bit, and it was only a very small bit, actually had Sam in it, and Sam's not one of my favourite characters. He's just there type thing. But it was, I can't remember his name, I'm going to call him Grayscale dude. But the man who was in love with Daenerys, when his hand shot through and you just heard his voice and you knew it was him. And I thought that was pretty cool, so I'm hoping we see more of him. He's like, has the Dragon Queen come yet? No, but she's bloody well gonna. I was getting so nervous though, through the whole thing. I was like, are we not going to see Daenerys? I'm going to be so pissed if we don't end up seeing Daenerys. Obviously, we do see Daenerys, we see her dragons for a bit, which I actually think there might have been riots if we didn't see a dragon this episode. The whole Dragon Glass storyline sounds cool. So now we figured out how Jon Snow and Daenerys is going to meet, or at least how I'm guessing they're going to meet, because Sam's obviously writing that letter to Jon to tell him, look, you need this Dragon Glass. I know where Dragon Glass is. It's on this island, and Daenerys has already landed. That's how it ended. She landed on this island where all this Dragon Glass is. So that's how they're going to meet. And I think the whole Daenerys, Jon Snow, Tyrion dynamic, brilliant. Is my favourite idea in this whole Game of Thrones. I've just been waiting for Daenerys and Jon Snow to meet because they could seriously do some damage. So the Cersei part, obviously you have to see Cersei, she's the big bad. But that wasn't really that fun of a scene. Just Jamie basically going, what the hell are you doing? And Cersei going, we're gonna kill some people. Great, gotta figure that out. Obviously had a bit of a money boost from last season because everyone's costumes seem to be a hell of a lot more dramatic. Everyone's got these massive thick capes, everyone's wearing black. So that was quite cool. The costume department has done a very good job in this season. Well, I say this season, we've only had one episode. Then there's bloody Bran Stark. I mean, I didn't even think he was still going to be in Game of Thrones after last season. His storyline made no sense, brought nothing to the show itself. But I know he was sort of like seeing the White Walkers when his eyes rolled into the back of his head, but it's like, no. Why? There is absolutely no point in him being there. I'm hoping he has a point, but I never liked him in the first place. Like, I just wish he died when Cersei pushed him off the ledge in the first season. Did anybody else really want one of those black galleons from the Greyjoys? I mean, how epic were those boats? I really want one. And then lastly, unfortunately, as good as an opening as it was, the opening was the only bit you're like, oh, okay. The rest was so predictable. I mean, the ending, as cool as it was, you're just like, oh, okay. You figured it was going to happen. I mean, as it was just predictable, which was kind of upsetting because this show, like, strives on the fact that it is a different show, that it's not predictable, that it'll kill someone off within an instant. But no, now, like, from last season onwards, it seems to have just gotten very predictable. It's like they've run a bit out of ideas, or they just need to fast pace it and just kill a few more. Not that I want good people to die, but it's just sort of like, you need to kind of up your game a little bit. Just stop being predictable. So, comment down below what you thought of the new Game of Thrones episode. Have you seen it? If you have, did you like it? Did you not? And don't forget to hit that like button, and if you want to see more of me, more of this nerdy stuff, more Game of Thrones reviews, book reviews, film reviews, some lifestyle stuff, if you want to see more of that, hit the big red subscribe button, which is down there, and I will see you guys later.